or love? The age-old dilemma. Now, this is a classic hypothetical question that delves into what people value most in life. The choice between money and love often depends on individual priorities, life experiences, and current circumstances. Which would you choose? Ideally, many people would want both. We'll want money for security, and we'll want love to appreciate the material things that we are able to obtain. And I understand that. So there's no right or wrong answer. But when we ask this question, what we really get into is what people value
a lot
most.
about my shitty, horrible dates and all the pathetic men that I've gone out with, but this one raised the bar a little bit for me. By the end of this video, you're going to be so surprised how low the bar is, because these are the things that he did which made me feel like this one's different. Let's get into it. First things first, we met through Instagram. Like, he slid into my DMs and he made his intention very clear. I think he opened with a compliment, and a few days later he asked me out for coffee. Now, I hate coffee dates. However, because of, I think, the way that he asked me and how intentional and straightforward it was, I was open to do it. When it came to choosing the place, he just straight up asked me if I was okay with him picking the place, and I said, send me options and I will choose. So he ended up sending me a list and I chose the one that I wanted to go for. As soon as he came, straight up, he complimented me. Now, you guys will be very surprised at how compliments are not a thing anymore. Nobody compliments anymore. To be fair, this guy was older, and I think older guys in general are a lot more confident, and they've done this so many times. So he complimented me straight away and then said, sit down, I'll get us something to eat. What do you want? One really good thing that he did here, and it's so basic, is that I didn't have to get up. I sat back, told him what I wanted. He went and he got it. Came back, I said thank you. Someone just doing the thing, okay, just doing it without asking too many questions, it makes a big difference. We actually spoke about so many things all at once, and for the first time in my life, I was not doing the labor of asking questions. There was such an equal balance of question and answer. It sounds so stupid, even that is lacking in the current dating world. Anytime I answered his questions, there was also meaningful follow-ups, and he also very calmly shared his insights. Initially, it was only supposed to be us going for coffee, but we ended up spending over 3 hours in that cafe, and then we went for dinner after that. Even at the dinner spot, on the same day, I did not budge. I sat down. He asked me what I wanted to eat, went and ordered, got the food, done. But it was about 5 hours of very engaged conversation, and this is the best part. By the end of the 5 hours, he had already made his intentions clear about what he wanted next. The entire date ended with him saying, I really like you, I want to get to know you more, I feel very connected with you, can you do dinner tomorrow? Straight up. Done, guys. Throughout these 5 hours, he was also very vocal about small things that he noticed about me. He wasn't really shying away from compliments or good stuff, but not in a way that it felt unnatural. As of now, he seems decent, and it's a little bit sad that all of these really basic things that made me feel like he was different, I did come back thinking this was the first time on a first date where I felt very seen, very heard, and very listened to. Do you think there was a second date?
No white men.
Like, I just like darker skin.
Yeah.
Okay. Like,
Tall, not white.
White.
Like, you guys, handsome as
Man, I'm so glad we have these videos, because in the past, people would probably say that we were lying. People would probably say that we were lying.
I'm going to tell you why the Slavic women, they like the black.
So this is a European woman, and she,
Not a lot of conversation about the really beautiful parts of men. Outside of their money, outside of their things that we are attracted to that don't get a lot of attention.
so I'm so happy this lady did this, because there's too much hate roaming around on the internet, okay, about black men and black women and who. Baby, the reason why all of y'all are so mad on this social medias, okay, in these TikTok and these IG streets, right, is because y'all actually want love from the other party. So let's show some love, you know what I mean? So I want to add on to the list of what this woman has said, because I like all of her points, right? I just want to add on. I just want to throw something in here, and hopefully other women can do this, and hopefully black men can do this for black women too, okay? So another thing that I love about black men, this is something that most, if not all, black men encompass, is when a black man walks into a room, when you see a black man, you see power. You see strength. That's really why they afraid of him, for real. That's really why, you know what I'm saying? Okay? It's something about him that commands attention. Okay? It makes me want to look. I don't care if they're super attractive. I don't care if maybe they don't meet what society deems to be attractive. I don't care about none of that tall, short, dark brown, light. It don't matter. Something about a black man's presence says strength, says power. Now, everything else is going to be individual to, like, people based on, what they've been through, life, experiences. Communication. A man that can effectively, eloquently, and respectfully communicate, top tier. Okay? A man that can say what he likes, what he doesn't like. A man that can say what he wants, what he doesn't want. A man that can say, baby, I want to see you. And also, baby, you know what? I need my space. A man that knows how to say those things, in an effective manner. Amazing. Love it. Another thing I love is a hygienic man. A man that brushes teeth at least twice a day. A man that flosses. A man that knows how to spread his butt cheeks when he in the shower. Yeah. And doesn't think that's weird or gay, but just thinks that that's going to get his butt clean. Like, you know what I'm saying? A man that when you going for a hug or for a kiss, they smell fresh, right? Like clean linen or like soap. And then on top of that, a man that smells good, that matches his cologne with his outfit or with the vibe, with the mood, or with where he's going, or with, what his lady, may have on, whatever. Like a man that just smells like amazing. What are you talking about, for real? Sexy. And let's talk about the men that take care of their possessions, like men who take care of their home and take care of their car. They don't have to have the newest car in the world. Don't have to be the most expensive car in the world, but a car that's clean, don't have no mechanical issues. You know what I'm saying? He got the tires on there when he's supposed to change the tires out. That kind of man. Like, come on, like, stop playing with me, for real. Like, these are the things that I like to see that black men do that have nothing to do with their finances or with what they can financially provide for me, but just the things they do that's extremely attractive. Y'all be safe.
Because it's a forbidden fruit. And it's interesting. I'm going to play another clip. This might be controversial. But let's get into it.
Black guys or white guys?
Black guys.
Can you elaborate as to why specifically black guys?
Yes, black guys are melanated, and I want my children to survive. And I know that the only way for them to survive in the future is for them to have melanin in their skin. So that's the way for me to, make my legacy continue.
Okay, I like that answer. That's actually a really unique answer. So for you, black guys or white guys?
Black guys.
Can you elaborate as to why specifically black guys?
Yes, black guys are melanated, and I want my children to
So
survive.
everyone keeps asking me the same question. What is it I love about black men? And I'm going to tell you straight why I love a black man. It's because they're big, they're muscly, and they're great in bed. You're never going to find another man like a black man who's going to make love to you a way a black man makes love to you. And that's it.
I went on a date last night and it was the best date I have ever been on because it was so intentional and I literally did not have to do anything but show up and look pretty. I'm about to show y'all the messages before the date to just show y'all how well planned out this date was and why from now on I'm not expecting anything less than this. I went out to dinner and a movie, something regular, but it was about how he set up the date that I was just so happy about. And I should also mention that this was a last minute date, like planned maybe 2 hours before the date actually happened. So he texted me saying that he was going to give me the rundown, told me exactly when the movie was. Then he said I booked a reservation at Supetino Wine Bar and Italian Tapas, an Italian restaurant located 6 minutes away from the theater. Now I said, oh, this is a man that plans, because not only did he book us dinner at a restaurant, he made sure the restaurant was close to the movie. Continues, he says the reservation is for 9:45 p.m., which leaves us an hour and 15 to sit, relax, and eat, because realistically, the movie does not start till 11. So now I'm like, okay, this is a man that knows what he wants and knows how to set a time limit. Like, he's planning ahead down to the T of how long we're going to take to eat, how long we're going to take take to enjoy, then the 6-minute drive to the movie before we get to the movie. See, yeah, that's a green flag for me already. At this point, I'm already impressed, okay? And I don't want to hear nothing about the bare minimum because men in this society actually suck. So when I see a man that's actually doing what he has to do, I'm gonna give them their credit. Then I asked him what I should wear because he seems like a man who planned everything out. He has everything together. So I'm gonna take the chance to just ask him what he wants me to wear, because we're also going to an Italian restaurant before we go to the movies. Usually when I go to the movies, I wear something more comfy, but I know we're going to dinner. So I'm like, okay, I might as well just ask him. Not only does he tell me what I should wear, but he tells me what the temperature should be. He goes, it's gonna be 75 to 76 degrees by the time we're there, so you don't have to worry too much about overheating. You can wear something nice and comfortable. And then he knows me so well because I'm anemic and I'm always getting cold. So he's like, bring a hoodie for the theater. All I'm seeing at this point is green flags. Green flags across the board. The date ended up being a 10 out of 10. Dinner was amazing. We ended up getting to the movie like right on time. I got my popcorn. And not only was the planning of the date executed so well, the date itself was actually such a good experience. But yeah, I just had to share this story because I feel like more men need to know that when you're planning to take a woman on a date, you should plan everything, okay? It's not about how much money somebody spends on a day or how much money they spend on you. It's about the effort and the thought that counts. This was my first time going on a date that was actually this well planned and this well vocalized. And from now on, I know I'm not accepting anything less because it's totally possible for men to do stuff like this. But that's it for my little story time. Bye, babes.
Oh my gosh, you guys. I literally will be so locked in, and this year I have locked in, focused, you know, on my finances and leveling up my career and just really keeping the commitments to myself. And to the point where I just paused on dating. I just paused on it. You know, I'm just like, you know, I'm gonna just take a step back, delete the apps, just not focused on it. I went to visit a friend this weekend, and her husband's friend was in town, and I'm gonna tell you, I feel like seeing a attractive black man with the cutest personality, like just dope vibe, and he was not married. She was like, I don't think he's dating either. I feel like it just awakened something in me. I was like, needed to like rise up or something. I just feel like, what is it about black men and their ability to have the most dopest self-assurance? They walk in a room, head is held high. Their confidence is just how they carry themselves, how they talk. They're funny. They're just like, they're chef's kiss, really. Like, oh my gosh. I'm like, girl, there's 4 months left in the year. Finish strong. Finish strong. But after this year, we're going back. We're going back in the dating world. I just had to acknowledge, like, I just love black men. I just love black men. That's it.
Black men, I love you. And it's possible that when I say that, some people might believe that I do it for likes or attention, and that's okay, because they haven't been given the message by God that I've been given. So their ignorance or lack of inclusion into the Lord's will for what I'm doing, that's all right. So I let them have it. But there is something that I'm being called to do by God, and I can't do it without you. I need you. I can't do it without you. And even if I could do it without you, I would not. Because if I try to do it without you, I'm doing it without God, because he's called me to do this thing with you, not without you. And if I do it without you, it won't be blessed by him. So I'm doing it with you. There's something that I've been working on for a while, and it's going to positively impact black women. But there is no way to have a meaningful collective conversation, experience, revolution, transformation for black women without black men. Baby, we need you. I need you front and center. I need your love. I need your attention. I need your transparency. I need your wisdom. I need your encouragement, so that you will be in place for these women when the time comes that they come. I need you on deck. speaking life, speaking truth, and all of us growing together. So I was like, man, why is it that only black men follow me? Like, where are the black women, sis? Why you ain't show up for me, love? Then God said, no. You can't transform black women without the presence of a black man. Now, we know that there are conferences, there are conversations that are had amongst women, specifically black women, all the time. But God said, this thing, it ain't gonna happen without y'all. So thank you for being here. I love you. I appreciate you. Stay tuned, because things about to get sticky, icky. But we gonna go through it together.
Tell me why I went to the mailbox to pick up my sister's shoes for her just now, and this fine ass dark skin of a man just I was like, I literally have the video of me catching myself seeing him. I was talking to my friend on Snapchat. I saved it. I'm gonna show y'all. But what the fuck? Where the fuck you come from? I ain't seen no. I live in an apartment complex with the white people. I live with the white people. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir.
So when me and my husband were dating and we would get into disagreements or arguments, I would not talk for days. My husband is the complete opposite. He wears his heart on his sleeve. He's more of a very direct communicator, more of the like, let's talk about this now so that we could just move past it and get over it. I wouldn't talk for like 2 or 3 days. And that's the thing, as introverts, you already know, like we could be by ourselves for a very long time. Like, so I would just be at my apartment chilling with my shows on and my snacks. Like, it wasn't even anything crazy. He would like call and he would text and I would just kind of like brush him off or not answer. One time he was like, it's like you're punishing me for being upset. You're putting me on punishment and I don't like that. At first I was in denial, and at first I was just like, what are you talking about? We don't realize that just because you're being passive and just because you're being subtle about your shade does not make it any less of a form of manipulation. And this is the thing about dealing with a man who's very emotionally intelligent, is that they will challenge you and call you out on your stuff in a loving way. I had to learn, and I had to put on my big girl drawers and learn how to communicate. Whole silent treatment, really feeling the type of way, but acting like you don't feel the type of way. They ask you what's wrong and you don't want to say what's wrong because you're like, well, he should already know. And so I'm just going to be silent. All of that it's not going to work. When we look at social media and relationships, I think we look at it just from the aesthetics point of view, like, oh my God, they look so cute together. And it looks really pretty, right? Like the photos, the filters, the cute captions. Okay, the work is not aesthetic. Sitting at therapy and talking about childhood trauma is not aesthetically pleasing. It is so beautiful because I think the right person really helps you be the best version of yourself. And I know that God uses marriage and uses relationship as a form of sanctification to make you better, to make you look more like him, to make you more honest, more loving, more kind, more patient. And so it's a beautiful thing.
What is love? Is to meet another with the same intensity, at the same level, at the same time. You understand? Isn't it? That's love. I'm not talking of physical love. I'm talking love which is not desire, which is not pleasure. To meet somebody with that same intensity, right? With the same sense of time in the sense of, and with the same passion. That is love. Now, if there is that love in another, and you have this quality of mind which is silent, there is communication, right? without word. That is a communication which is really communion. Complete sharing of something which is not capable of being put into words. The moment you are put into words, it's gone. Because the word is not the thing.
I said, we are at a realm right now that ultimately we don't supposed to really become so comfortable and satisfied in the love that we have on this realm, because this thing that we have gone into is not like a regular relationship. We're not dying and getting old gracefully. This is a love that's in a transition. So it is up here. And it's going to always be up here, and it's never going to be that satisfying down here, because it's not that type of love. It's a love that's in transition. It's a love that is forever unfolding. So we got to get out of all of these last human experiences of what we might say is the perfect relationship, mostly taught to us by Europeans now who have never had a perfect relationship. You see what I'm saying? And we got to get out of these particular concepts to understand, to give this thing a chance to develop into something else. And right after that, I got in touch with her mama. And I'm on the phone with her, and she's just tickled to death saying, y'all rapping like a motherfucker. She said, I said, yeah, I'm rapping. Because she understands on the spirit realm that this is a spirit that I'm reconnecting with outside of the mother's physical body. You see what I'm saying? And the mother starts, and she's starting to heal. You see what I'm saying? Because her soul, which, if it doesn't get a certain amount of things down here, it goes so dormant for years, then it will exit. That's what you have death, when there's no more purpose, as they say in the Matrix, a will to live. Right. But because of the connection, they say, well, if I got to be here for a minute to connect with him on the physical realm, I might as well heal this body. So we're dealing with things here that is above. We're taking this to the next level because we're the only people that can do it. Black folks.
Love is patient and kind, but it can't love evil. Love is hopeful and never gives up, but it can't accept what is truly harmful. Love keeps no record of wrongs, but it can't ignore what comes against truth. Love does not demand its own way, but it doesn't pull away from God. Love does not betray what is true. Love is what brings the goodness of God to life, what allows us to see His hands actively working on earth. Despite love being powerful and potent, remember that love does not require you to stray or betray the truth. Most importantly, love is rooted in God, the hierarchy of love that leads to God, the most pure source. If your love isn't being directed to its source, then your love has taken the wrong course. It is deceived by what it believes is the source.
Point where I was like, I'm never fucking with a white guy again. Like, there was just this level of like out of touch with reality, out of touch with what women, like any minority, women, people of color, fucking people with disabilities, like there was just this, I think, this privilege that I saw in white men, and not all of them, I'm not gonna like lump them all together, but at least the ones that I grew up with, that like it just completely turned me off. I just could never, it's not to say that I couldn't end up with a white guy, but it's like now I have a mixed kid, and like there are just certain values that I want to instill in her that like I don't know if like a white guy is going to be able to raise her the way, you know what I mean? Like now it's just deeper than that.
Guys, listen to what she just said. Let me go back. She has a what?
At least the ones that I grew up with, that like it just
This is the forbidden fruit for them guys. Okay? This is the forbidden fruit. Black men are the forbidden fruit. It's the psychology of the forbidden fruit, meaning when someone tells you that you can't have something, you're going to want it even more. And historically, they have been told to stay away from black men. And now, after years and years and years of women having more freedom to do what they want, they are exercising their options. I'm going to play a couple videos to demonstrate what I personally am dating a black woman, but I've been making those videos because I feel like it's important to talk about black men, not as a monolith, but, you know, we come in different packages, you know. Black men are very diverse. Now, I want to talk about the allure of black men and unpacking their appeal to women. So it goes, like I say, beyond just cross-cultural dating, you know, or intra-cultural dating. So I want to humanize black men for a moment. Can I do that? I want to humanize black men. Oftentimes, guys, we are viewed in such a way that I think can be dehumanizing. Like we don't have feelings.